Evolution of marine laboratory facilities at Torry, Aberdeen. The marine laboratory in Aberdeen has not always existed as it does today. In fact, over the decades, the laboratory has changed location and developed to ensure it continues to be a centre of excellence and provide expert scientific and technical advice. Bay of Nigg, Laboratory and Hatchery, 1899. Late in the 19th century, it was recognised that there was a need for properly organised fisheries research in Scotland. At that time, there was a large-scale drift net fishery for herring, and trawl fisheries were developing. The Fishery Board for Scotland had been responsible for fisheries problems since 1882, but quickly recognised the need for a dedicated laboratory to concentrate fully on the science behind Scotland's fisheries resources. Bay of Nigg Laboratory and Hatchery Complex. In 1899, a small laboratory was built at the Bay of Nigg near Aberdeen. Situated on the coast, right on the doorstep of the thriving fishing industry in the northeast, it provided an ideal location for fisheries research. Bay of Nigg Laboratory Interior. It was soon inadequate to deal with the growing amount of research being undertaken, and in 1923 staff and equipment relocated to the premises in Wood Street, Torry. Dr. Scott, scientist, pictured in Nigg Bay Laboratory in 1902. Wood Street Marine Laboratory Site, 1952. The move to Torry allowed the Marine Laboratory to expand after the end of the Second World War. With the adoption of more efficient fishing methods, there was an increased need to carefully monitor fish stocks to ensure their sustainability. (1954–55) Picture of the front of the Marine Laboratory. Additional staff and facilities were required. As a consequence, the South Block, which faces onto Victoria Road, was constructed and opened in 1954. The South Block housed a reception area as well as additional offices, laboratories and a marine aquarium in the basement. Victoria Road Aquarium Facility, open to the public at this time. Multi-storey laboratory building in the background, 1990s. Renewed and reclad front of the Victoria Road building, 2006. Updating the switchboard and reception area, 1954. Original front door of the Victoria Road building. Reception area of the Marine Laboratory, 2011. View of the annular tank with fish swimming around it. Other building developments included a library block in the early 1960s. In the 1970s, a specialised aquarium for fish behaviour research and the largest building within the laboratory complex were completed. Annular tank with gantry and lighting used in experiments. Victoria Road Aquarium Facility. Further tanks. Net mending and rigging facilities. Mechanical engineering workshop. Doctors Johnston and Bentley. Plankton Laboratory. Scientist working on samples. Laboratory analysis. Modern laboratory facilities in the new Ellis building. Development of the Aberdeen site from the air. A closer aerial view of Aberdeen Research Site. New building on Victoria Road under construction. Aerial view of Marine Lab in Torry, early 1970s. Aerial view of new Ellis building, early 2000s. Now part of Marine Scotland, the Marine Laboratory has continued to develop to cope with the evolving need for research and monitoring of marine fisheries, aquaculture, the aquatic environment and marine renewable energy. In response to the rise of Scotland's fish farming industry, accommodation for research on fish cultivation and fish health was expanded with the construction of the Ellis building, a purpose-built research and aquaria facility opened in 2010.